ki khubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan ra ashapi dak Orange Nissan Looms Hope Ho near Fire Brigade Shillong, ringkat bat ka M Crown Hotel Kandailat Shillong, ka Three Olives Restaurant, bala play nakbantaban Shakriya P, hapo ka Jingada jong ka Bio Bubble Antivirus Coating, ringkat ka Cosmic Kingdom, ka Jakai Lekai Bapaw ha Shillong, bala yada na ka Bio Bubble Antivirus Coating, bala le da ka Meva Enterprise.
Ka Jylla Meghalaya hak sengi palai ka arfuai tarik jongo benai kelalengkot arjar arfuai ka larakhe ya ka Jingïoh lenti ka basau pukandai Snem kenti hak Jingïoh yala ka jong ka Jylla ka Bapura hadien bala pihak na ka Jylla Assam hak arfuai tarik jongo benai kelalengkot hau Snem khat kandai spa nyopo ar. Dai hakum kani ka sengi kata sau pukandai Snem mensua bagi pait ba jong ka Jylla Meghalaya kila syat kemen haba ka sarkar India kalapan bena ya ka Jylla Meghalaya kum ka Jylla Bapura ka balaban sensyarhi daladi hadien bala pihak na ka Jylla Assam. Haka jing rakhe ya kani ka sengi yo Jylla Bapura jong ka Jylla ya ka bala pelong hanong ba Shillong. Menteri rang ba jong ka Jylla Konrad ke sangma bat menteri jong ka Tanat Sam boarding James PK sangma kila long ki kongsan harangkat ka Jingïoh don lang jong ki head officer jong ka Tanat Information and Public Relation jong ka sarkar Jylla ki officer jong ka Tanat Arts and Culture bat kiwei.
Thank God Almighty. Thank all the leaders who were responsible and worked tirelessly to get our state for us. We must remember those leaders and the sacrifices they made. To name a few, Captain Williamson Sangma, D.D. Pugh, J.J. Nicholas Roy, B.B. Lingdo, and many more who sacrificed many things so that we could today celebrate this 49th anniversary of our statehood. At the same time, we should also feel proud and keep reminding ourselves that the sacrifices that were made by those great leaders must not go in vain. We must cherish it, and we must keep reminding ourselves that yes, we got the statehood, or we got the state. And last 49 years have gone where a lot of things have happened. But many more years are there in front of us where we as citizens in different positions have our responsibility towards our people and our state. Last 49 years' journey has seen many ups and downs. It's never a perfect journey. There will always be challenges. The statehood, life in itself, will throw up many challenges to us. But in spite of all these challenges that our state faced, our state has moved forward in many ways. From the aspects of governance to development, different aspects of community participation, in all these fields, and a number of facts have been presented by speakers before me of how our state has moved forward in these last 49 years. And we should all be thankful to each and every one who has contributed to these last 49 years and brought the state to where we are today. Friends, it's also important for us to realize that next year we will be celebrating 50 years. And it's important to keep in mind that as a government and as citizens, where do we see ourselves in the next 1 year, in the next 5 years, and even in the next 50 years? I think the seeds of the future will need to be sown now to be able to give us a direction of where we are going to move forward in the next 50 years. This curtain raiser had just mentioned about some of the facts or some of the areas where we'll be focusing on. And as was mentioned earlier by our Chief Secretary, infrastructure is key for any kind of development for the future. A number of projects from different schemes have been taken up. Whether PMGSY in the last 1 year, 2,000 crores, whether our state schemes of 600 crores, whether the World Bank funded 1,100 crores scheme, all these will ensure that road connectivity to the rural areas as well as the main arteries and veins of our state, the national highways, all different projects will be taken up to ensure that the overall road and communication improves in the state. JJM is another very, very important project which is mentioned by the Honorable Chief Secretary and other officials and other ministers, which is the Jal Jeevan Mission. 4,900 crores is being laid out for it in the next 3 years. And though the rest of the country will be completing it by 2024, our government and our state has been given the task to finish it by December 2022. And our team of officials from PHE are working tirelessly to be able to achieve this, but we will need the community and society to work together with us to complete this ambitious project. Even in sports sector, we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are hoping that the national games will be coming to our state. But due to COVID and other reasons and delays that have taken place in other states, we are yet to know whether we will be able to host it on the 50th year, which is what we had planned. But in spite of the uncertainty, the state government and the sports department will ensure that the facilities and the infrastructure required for the national games is completed on time. Health is another sector in terms of infrastructure where we have been ensuring that continuous improvement takes place, especially in the last 1 year because of COVID, and that has also initiated the process of ensuring that 659 health centers that we have throughout the state will also be upgraded in the coming years through different sources like the externally aided project from the World Bank. Till date, because of the hard work of all the officials at the block, district and the state level, we have been able to form more than 30,000 self-help groups. This is an increase from 4,000 in 2018 to 30,000 in a matter of 2.5 years. You'll also be happy to know that in the MGNREGS scheme, we have ensured that 50% of the seats of the Secretary of the VEC has been reserved for women, and this will go a long way in ensuring that there is equality and at the same time complete participation from all sectors of society. Friends, we also realize that in the coming years it will be important for us to come up with solutions to different problems. The next 50 years, where do we see Meghalaya? In the next 50 years, what would we as leaders and as citizens like to do that would change the course for the state and the people in our state? If you look at farmers today in our state, the practices and the systems that have been followed are still being followed today. There needs to be intervention in the farming sector and the agriculture sector. Farmers have been left on their own to be able to find solutions at their own level. And hence, it is important that the government and different institutions take up this matter and ensure that we are able to change the course of the agriculture sector in the coming years. We have realized this because farmers were used to doing farming and marketing and producing on their own. We realized that we need to connect the farmers. We realized that we need to have farmer-producer groups to be formed so that when the farmers come together, they're able to negotiate better prices. We also realized that these farmers' groups may require financial assistance to put up storages, to have different kind of equipments to be able to add value to their products, which they could not do earlier because they did not have the bandwidth or the support from others. In order to overcome these challenges, Government of Meghalaya has moved forward to form different farmer-producer groups. I'm happy to inform you that with this exercise, in the last 1 year, we have formed 1,700 farmer groups, and we intend to form another 3,000 farmer groups. As of now, 25,000 farmers are in these groups. By the end, when we achieve 5,000 farmer-producer groups, we will be having close to 1 lakh farmers who will be part of this farmer-producer group. And in order to financially support them, to be able to put up storage spaces, different kind of investment in food processing, we are also ensuring that financial support is given to them. An amount of 40 crores has been earmarked to be able to give these loans to these farmer-producer groups at interest-free. So these groups can take this money and use it to ensure that they can uplift the overall standards at the grassroots level for the different farmers. We also realized that after the farmers are able to produce, they need entrepreneurs to be able to market their products outside. So therefore, there needs to be a strong connection between the farmers and the entrepreneurs. Therefore, we've also created a corpus of 10 crores, which is again an interest-free amount, which will be given to different entrepreneurs who would wish to work with these farmers, add value to it, package it, and market these products outside. So we are trying to create a shift in the way the farming sector works today. We realize the challenges that are being faced by the farmers, whether it's the factor of middlemen coming in and taking advantage of them, whether the fact that they don't have access to finance or the fact they don't have access to technology. So I think these factors are very crucial, and we are going to implement this in the coming year and in the years to come to be able to achieve the goal of doubling the farmers' income, which is one of the objectives of Government of India and the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India.
Kat nu min sim tingen ban yo I ba uslap u pria kasngi u bnai ya pa ki wan jingok klem tingkai na marbu bin riu u dang yo tia ha jingkin oi ka brai ka thala ut ka mei ram o ngam yo sngau yam ki kshat ki wa ki thwei a tu sngau tu snga tu kin show ban ra jing sam should
O kende sekala day O kende sekala day 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 O kende sekala day Oi oi con Oi oi con Oi oi con Wa em salon Oi oi con Oi oi con Oi oi con Wa em salon Ye wa yo u bom u cho Ya kalang dong Wa miat kin thai Ye wa yo u bom u cho Ya kalang dong Wa miat kin thai Ye wa yo u bom u cho Ya kalang dong Wa miat kin thai Nakatingon ang sunan sungko Tanchi e ang saksano Nakatingon ang sunan sungko Tanchi e ang saksano Gisekrata nang namagun rangko Sembrae aman song na Tangkam China o ang Meghalaya Getel ng kasaniyo Nagseng ang China ng tingsuwa ko Plaktat ng kunog China Tangkam China o ang Meghalaya Getel ng kasaniyo Nagseng ang China ng tingsuwa ko Plaktat ng kunog China
These are the awardees for the Meghalaya Day Excellence Award 2021. Shri Wan Roy Chalam, Assistant Chief Engineer, Office of the Chief Engineer, PWD Roads, Shillong. Shri Baphin K. Solia, Director of Meghalaya Institute of Entrepreneurship, Meghalaya Basin Development Authority. Srimati Martha M.D. Nonghulu, Under Secretary, General Administration Department B. Shri Willingston M. Marak, Head Assistants, Office of the Deputy Commissioner, East Garo Hills, Williamnagar. Srimati Mik Varinya Bla UDA, Personnel and AR Department. Kumari Luckybon Nongkanri, UDA Tourism Department. Can we support them with a round of applause, please? Srimati Misita Basyaumoit, UDA, Office of the Subdivisional Officer, Mairang. Shri Garland Kharbutna, Driver, Directorate of Soil and Water Conservation, Shillong. Shri Nar Bahadur Chetri, UDA, District Commerce and Industries Centre, Shillong. Shri Cleanson R. Marak, Daftri, Directorate of Small Savings, Shillong. Shri Rajesh G. Moman, Havaldar, District Training Centre, Home Guards, Nongstoin. Srimati Euphrasia Majau, UDA, Office of the Director General of Police, Meghalaya, Shillong. Shri Nicholas Mayong Pion, Office of the Deputy Commissioner, Ribhoi District, Nongpo. Shri Rajiv De Pion, Personnel and ARA Department. And Shri Coming Star Alia, Chowkidar, District Home Guards Commandant, Shillong.